I am going to get a little bit of juice. Coffee or cross, let's get jittery. Man, you guys are like on point. Like it just now went live. You guys are bing, you're on it. It's awesome. Hold on. Let's get jittery. Okay, so you know what I thought I'd do today, guys, is let's keep working on this fish. I've only got about an hour, but let's get this fish showing up when we want it to show up. So let's play it again. Not going to maximize on play. Okay, it's not showing up like that, but hold on a sec. Let's do one thing, which is I think our sonar echo needs a different a different look, because the map that we're using is a little annoying. Let's see if we can find something a little bit more appropriate. Woo! Proxy. Let's just use the default particle. Let's play this again and see how this looks. Oh, there we go. Hey. Okay, we did this. It shows up right now if I click actually on the fish. So let's do a couple of things. Let's go to where's our fish? Donde está the fish? There's our collider. Let's go to scene. Let's go find him. Hello, little fishy. Let's do two things. One, let's move this collider up so it sticks out above the water, hopefully. Maybe a little bit more. Let's make him a little taller. Let's see, 0.09. Let's make the scale, let's see, 0.3. And that'll give us a little bit of height over it. This cylinder echo, does it have, okay, it has a, oh, why does it have a capsule collider? It's going to make it a little crazy, but let's just stick with that for now. I think I want to make it something a little bit different. There's our fish mesh. On this collider, let's do this. I'm going to add a component. Mesh renderer, so that see, off, receive shadows off, size 1, material. Let's create ourselves a new material. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to make the box visible so that we can see what see, create material, collider mesh. Let's go up to, you guys will enjoy this one. Here's our, one of my favorites is I am going to grab a super simple prototype texture. It's actually a set of prototype textures. Let's see, prototype textures, import. Bring them all in. Yeah, do it. Woo. Woo. Are you guys doing anything interesting today? It's too damn hot to go outside. I don't know. I don't know what's up. It's hot. Shit is hot. Okay, I know my machine is slow because bringing in 12 textures shouldn't be take this long. You're just gonna lay down until the heat goes away. Where are you gonna lay down though? That's the question. You have your choice of, I don't know, many different locations. They might be interesting. What about, are you gonna lay down at home, in bed? Diablo Season 4. Nice. I actually just started playing a little Diablo last night just because. So where are you going to lay down, Josh? You know, I highly recommend not on a park bench, on the sidewalk. Maybe not on the grass in the park unless you're under a shady tree. Burp. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Holy crap balls. Hold on one second, I'll be back while this is importing slowly for some reason. My favorite thing is how Mario's footsteps when he's Metal Mario match with the beat. Bang, 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 bang. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, it's still importing. I'm gonna go play Mario tunes in my head. Yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, 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 yes. No, 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 yes, yes. Oh, I want a muffin. Yeah, Mario tunes are still freaking awesome. Okay, we made a... Man, my allergies are going crazy in the heat, man. Let's see. Let's go find those proto textures. Here, I will do this so that we can... I'm used to working in list view, but let's do this so that we can see what's going on here. Prototype texture. PQR. see, Proto Alpha. Proto Circle. Look, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's try that one. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I want. Let's do Proto 4 orange, red, green. Let's make it red so that it stands out. And then we're going to assign this to our collider. Element 0. Boom. Material, collider mesh. Is it not showing up? Why nothing work? Am I missing a thingy? Am I missing a thingy, Bob? There we go. We all live in a yellow submarine. Actually, you know what's interesting about that is that putting a skin on it will always make it a shadow thing. So now let's. Where did I put that quad? We don't need this quad anymore. I'm just going to turn that off. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off because I think I might do some interesting action with it later. Action. More jittery. Oh yeah, no, we're going to turn the collider on. Oh no, we don't want the collider on that. Hold on. I want the collider on this. No, it works. So Josh, what I'm doing is I'm going to use this collider as a thing, so that when this model actually, I'm doing it this way, right? Right. So right now it's clicking the fish, but it's clicking on this collider, right? That works. That's where we're turning the fish on. But let's see here, because of where the camera is and how it sits above, it gives it it makes it look like the fish is not directly below it, right? Even though that collider is all the way around it. Oh no, I'm not fast enough. Hey Josh, what's the hotkey for pause? Oh my God. You know what? That's not gonna matter anyway. Let's get this going in a different way. So instead of echo cylinder, I am gonna turn this into a, let's change this, echo, just leave it as echo. We're going to remove this capsule collider. We're going to turn this collision into a, let's call it a mesh collider. Then the mesh that we're going to use is not a cylinder. We're going to use a plane, right? And we will, no. Let's see, cylinder, it's not that mesh that I want. Let's switch it over to a plane. Everything is a plane. Let's play it again, see how this looks. Okay, so now we have our thing on a plane. All right, actually, let's see this again. All right. How's it look when it hits? Okay, right. This box, and that's appropriate. The box should be blocking it, so we can see the plane is clipping out behind the box. Now let's go to the fish script. UScript. Oh, let's double check to make sure that there's not a new. Actually, I'm going to use whichever UScript is in there. Woo! Woo! Skip this update for now. That's a. What's this thing called, yo? Fish test. Hey Proxy, are you playing on PC? Are you playing Diablo 3 on PC? Yar. I haven't played on a computer in a while. Hold on, I'll be right back. Man, my allergies are going buck nutty. Okay, now let's do this. Instead of hit game object, whatever this game object is, compare game objects, collider, turning on, what we're going to do is, instead of a raycast from cursor, we want to know, add events, game object events, game events, I think. There we go, physics events. On collision, let's see, let's turn this into, I think what we will do is do a couple of different things. One, let's leave that on. We want to know when. Oh yeah, let's do this. We'll drag sonar echo in. Yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me. Right. So let's place this game object. And when something collides with the sonar echo triggered by is going to be create a linked variable. Now let's compare game objects, add conditions, comparison, game objects when that thing enters the sonar collision. If the thing that is hit is add variable owner game object. So basically, if I collide with the sonar, this is a little bit of a reverse logic thing here, then I will do something. So now, this has to work on mesh collider. I think I might have to turn this into a trigger, but let's see, it might just work with physics. So when that happens, now we're going to rip off all of this stuff here. If it's the same, do this. All right. Now, let's save that. Yeah, I don't know what the hell about allergies. What the hell? Oh my god, that would be the worst thing ever if I ever was allergic to coffee. What? What? Build. Ding 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 ding. Let's see if this works. No! Hey Keeb. Oh Oh my god, you guys are like, you know what? So I've still got coffee left for like contest giveaways and stuff. I'm just gonna give it to you three because you guys are here every freaking Saturday. Okay, so we should have a collision event happening here, and I think part of my issue here might be that the thing. Let's double check that we're getting a collision event. Yeah, well, here I'm going to show you another feature that we can do here is output comment, comparing. Let's see, output comment, colliding. Turn on. So on these nodes, you can turn on comments, and as each node fires, if it's successful, actually, as soon as it gets a signal, it will output a comment. So let's do this. Let's save it. Oh, you know what? It didn't build here. Look at that. Did we have an issue? Maybe it didn't work because it wasn't doing that. Okay. Let's get back over. So just to recap, when the Sonar Echo is collided with, it tells you what game object collided. Double check this. Okay, and it will compare game objects. Is it the owner, which is the object that has this script on it, which is our fish? Do we have and then if it's the same, sorry, let's back up. On Sonar Echo collides with a game object, then we compare. If it's me, then let's set the mesh to active, delay 0.6 seconds, and set it to inactive. So this is a bool, active true, active false. And we're built. Let's try this. Let's make sure that it worked. No? Yes? No? Yes? Let's look at the console. Okay. I am not getting, there's not a collision event happening. Let's double check what I've got here. Let's try turning our Sonar Echo into a trigger. Can I do that? Yes, no, yes, 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 no, no. Okay. Box collider, collider mesh, etc. Was able to do compare by tag. Drag in the collider. Let's ditch this. Let's drag this collider in. This is not going to work for every fish. I'm going to have to do something a little bit more complex for the final solution, but I may not need that. But so here we've got is trigger. I can do this, and that may make a difference. But let's try it without first. I always forget when I start working with triggers whether or not what I need and what I don't need. I may need that. Let's see. Since this is just a pure physics collision, not necessarily a trigger collision, let's save this one more time and get it to compile. Chug, chug, chug. Okay. Next week I was thinking I've got a temporary model for Blind Samurai. We can exchange out this budget thing I've got going on here. Okay, let's turn on is trigger, and let's actually do let's actually change this collision event to a event. Physics event. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Trigger event. Okay. Let's turn this sonar echo into a trigger. Might have to do. Trigger. There we go. On trigger, enter. Triggered by this object. Sonar echo. What hit the sonar echo? Is it the collider? And actually, we might even be able to do. Let's try owner self again. No, Keep. So this was clicking on the fish up here, which was I was recasting from the mouse cursor, which we had working last week. What I'm doing now is when the sonar hits the fish collision, the fish appears. So that's what this red box is. This red box is representing the collider for the fish. Doot 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 doot. Do, 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 do. So we had a rudimentary, click piece yesterday. Okay. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's problem solve this. Why is this not giving me the thing? And I think part of it may be that the actual trigger is this game object, not the sonar, which is the parent game object. And the owner of this script doesn't actually collide it. Although since this is the child, actually I take that back. It's not going to work. I need to put a collider. Put the actual collider in here. Right, and we'll do this a little differently in a second, so that we can do it. This is going to work this time because the sonar and the fish are static entities. But once I start spawning fish differently, I can't rely on being able to pull this collider a game object into the script. I need to check for what is the that it is a collider. I'll explain that in a second. So let's see, let's get this across there. No, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no. Collision, 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 collision. Let's see, collider, let's turn off this trigger here. Cube mesh, filter, cast shadows, receive shadows. This does need, hey Josh, what does it need? Rigid body. Don't use gravity. Is kinematic. Mass. Yes, you're right, Keep. And I'll have to do. Well, we'll set the rules because it might be okay that the sonar echo turns on whatever fish it collides with. But let's see. So he's got a mass of 1, and I think. Josh, does the trigger need a rigid body or no? I always forget this. What fish has a rigid body? Okay. No, no, no. Let's do it. trigger should need a rigid body, right? Because you should be able to put triggers all over the world and not have them kick off, be using the physics system. That just doesn't seem correct to me. Oh, by the way, let's do this. And that. Save that. But we're not getting... Although, you know, it's a plane. I wonder if I can actually consider something inside my plane. Where's my sonar echo? There we go. Instead of a plane, let's make our echo a cube, since this is our trigger. Let's make this our trigger. This trigger. Or our game object. We're going to be the trigger. Actually, I'll do this. Control C, Control V, collider, kill this. Let's get the game object to be, place this game object, which is the echo. I'm going to reverse the check here because what I want to do is use our rigid body side to be the trigger. Part of that is because I don't want the sonar echo to have any volume, and a trigger needs to have volume. Got it. There we go. Okay. Well, I know for sure that we can get that going. 0.2. Let's give ourselves a little bit of... There it is. Let's revert all of this. Let's go to our collider capsule. I don't want a capsule collider. Let's remove that. Let's add our physics. Collider cylinder, that's fine, that's fine, that's good. Good to go, good to go. Okay. Let's try this. There's our cylinder. It's going to make weird artifacts. Okay. What happens? Actually, I need to do this because I changed game objects again. Once again, this is part of the problem of picking a specific object as opposed to yeah. Yeah, Keith. Yeah, see? I want something with a little volume, see? Yeah. Alright. No? Yes? No? Did we actually get a collision though? Okay, we got our comparison because we got our collision, right? Did it blow through? Here, let's clear this again. Okay, we got to compare game objects, but we did not get our turn on. So clearly, our echo cylinder is not correct. Compare by tag is what I'm going to do now, and we will ditch this. We won't need this thing. We're going to compare by tag true. Actually, why don't we do compare by name true, and actually I do need this piece, and what we want is I think we want this name to be correct. That should give us a true output. Yeah, I am. Well, actually, I haven't worked on Lawbreakers in a few months. They've been preparing for PAX, so I haven't really touched it in a while. But I suspect after PAX, I will get back involved with Lawbreakers. But yeah, I've been out to North Carolina a couple times. Short answer is yes. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, easy, easy. Where's our fake water? Hold on. Pond. Inspector. No mesh collider, because I don't... Oh, we do need that. Okay. So, the fish is continually colliding with the pond, which is kicking out messages the whole time. Let's go look at this collider real quick. I wonder... Okay. For the short term, what we're going to do is this. Take the collider up above the water. Right? And we are going to make it a little tall. Okay. Did we still get a collision? In fact, it triggered multiple times. Right? Okay, so we got our trigger event. Did we get our compare event? Yeah, I think I'm going to put them on different layers, but I just want to get through this piece of logic first, and I think what I might need to do is compare by tag. Don't report null. Comparing. Let's see, file. Let's save that. The echo and this collider should have the same tag. Fish tag. Echo cylinder. Let's do. Look, ladies and gentlemen. Fish tag. Let's call this the. Let's put it on the fish layer. Let's find our water. Pond is on the... There we go. Do we have a water tag? No. Okay. Save that. Let's get the... Fish layer. Yes, change the children. Apply everything. Make sure that my prefab is all good to go. Shit. Okay. Now, whose ass I gotta kick to get myself up here? So as long as the two objects have the same tag, it should kick this off. My only fear is, though, that seeing how many times it's triggering, I might have to put a filter on here, which is a gate. Let's put a gate in, and what we will do is when they're the same, sorry, let's do this. Delete, add, condition, timed gate. No, take that back. Let's go back to a regular gate. Condition, gate, right? Start open, true, auto close count, 1, right? And then what I will do here is same, in, right? And we're going to do something a little bit tricky here. At the same time that this happens, we're going to reopen the gate after 0.7 seconds, which should allow enough time for our fish to pop in and out. And incidentally, I just noticed that I didn't have that hooked up. Doe, a deer. Alright, let's try this again. It is compile. Okay, let's try this. Yes, no, yes, yes. Come on. It's triggering. Oh, let's... Okay, the comparison game object is null because what happens is this thing turns off and I'm spawning it. So I need to fix this now. Let's see, compare game object, game action, condition, comparison. Game object has tag, delete this one. This game object has tag, and let's create a string variable which will do our bit. Let's call this value, what was it? What's our tag? Is it just fish? Fish tag? Fish tag. No. There we go. If it has, let's just call it one tag. Delay. In. Auto close count. Save debug. Okay, there we go. All I care about is that the thing has the fish tag. So if I want, I can make a sonar tag, and when I'm hit by sonar, then we'll get our thing. So let's see here. We saved it. Let's try this now. We should be able to get our fish going. Sonar console. Did we get a collision? There we go. Oh, it has to be pretty close, doesn't it? Wow, it has to be really close. Let's go look at the cylinder on our friendo here. Hello, friendo. Let's make his size a little bit bigger. Let's go for 0.3. 0.3. Let's see how that goes for us. Control S, apply that. play it. Okay, we're about to accomplish our Minesweeper version of our bit here. Let's take this collider. Let's turn off the mesh renderer, right? And let's do a couple of other fish around, and let's do. Let's test this on multiple fish and see if we can find them when we hit play. Boop. Actually, only one fish is working correctly because, let's see here, what I did. All right, let's do this. On trigger event collider make public. Oh, it needs a name. Let's see. My collider make public. Summon a bitch. Hold on. So, on the graph enable delay set bool, we turn him off. We can actually ditch a lot of this. What is all of this craziness? Oh, right, it's my waypoint system. I think we're going to ditch all of this, but let me just put it off to the side. All right, let's come back in here. So what we need to do is these fish, this one is the only one that should be working. Actually, it's only registering one of these colliders in its own script. So what we need to do is say, what's my collider? So let's add action, game object, get. We want something with components. Components. Get children by tag, and we will add variable owner game object. So on myself, find the tag, and this is out. I don't care if whether this gets set to true or false. It's just going to kick a signal out. Find, let's see, create linked variable string. Let's call this. Actually, hold on. Let's do get children. Because actually the tag is not what I'm interested in. I'm going to ditch this. We're going to get children by name. Get component in children. No. Get. You know, honestly, I can make this easier on myself. What we'll do is we will add a collider component. Fuck it. Let's do it this way. Get. I don't want get components. I actually want to get the children. Get children by name. There we go. So. This back up for myself a little bit. On myself, get the collider. Okay. Don't care about first child. We just want the game object variable. Game object. We're going to call this. Okay, delete this. Come on, come on. It's going to create. It's going to tell us what that is. But what we're going to do is call this my collider. Okay, this is what we're going to use to compare our collision. Oh, come on, are you going to do it to me? Not going to let me have a list? Take that back. Okay, so what it does is it creates a game object list. I'm not going to expose this one. What we're going to do is delete this. Once it's done, children found, action, variables, lists, game object list, access list. Oh, you know what? Here. I made this harder on myself. We're going to go back here. We are going to turn on first child. We're going to kill this thing. Create linked variable. It's one game object. Children creates a list. I should have looked at that. Let's see. Search type matches. And this we will call my collider. Okay. Copy it, paste it up here. There we go. Lurk, 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 lurk. I think. Okay, I've got some work to do here. I don't know. We're gonna get to it today. So the other thing we need to do is so we've got that going. I need to change this property out because what it's doing, it's only turning the one off and on. And let's see. We'll do instance. And I need to get fish coin mesh. We're going to do the same thing here, where it's let's see, out on myself. What we're doing here is I've got a fish coin mesh property here, and it's always just turning on and off the one fish. So let's do another string variable. Oh, that would be in the butt, Bob. Owner game object, target, create linked variable. This should be, value is, no, the value of this is going to be fish coin mesh. So we'll find the fish coin mesh on ourself, search type matches. Let's see, create linked variable. We'll call this my mesh. This, oh no, this is the mesh that we now need to take this, Control X. After delay, we will do this piece, move these over. We're not going to be able to turn off the mesh until we know that we've found it. Found, set it to false, take my mesh over here, take this thing, turn on instance. This is going to tell us which property is, or which mesh is using this bool. And I need to clear it, right? Boom, just like that. This one, clear this value, clear this value, and we will use this mesh in our property bits. Let's look for Sorry, I zoomed out because all I'm looking for are these big red boxes and make sure that they all have a purple thing on the end of it. So I'm just doing a visual check. Okay. Safety bug. Okay, the first test that this works is all the fish should disappear. That's what we're looking for. Looking for fish in all the wrong places. Looking for fish. And none of them disappeared. Okay, let's see. Is the console kicking out any errors? Okay, let's double check this. Active. Let's just kick this out to false. Rebuild all my graphs. From scratch. Make sure this doesn't have any extra characters in it. No, we're good. Make that my mesh. Let's build it again. All right. Let's get this to work and then call it a day for this fine, hot Saturday. And I'm going to go find somewhere cool and calm to hang out for the day. All right, let's try this out. Got our triggers, but we're not turning shit off. You know, sometimes I've seen this happen when using properties. I need the generic version of this, and so what I need to do is reflected properties game object. Active. Turn this instance on. Since I brought it in with an object relationship on it, I think sometimes something gets lost in trying to switch it over to be generic. I've had that happen before. It's fine. Save debug. It isn't also entirely possible that I'm not finding the child, but that should still turn it off because I went straight out. And then we'll test the get child by name. Children found. Okay. Let's try it out. Oh, fucking turn invisible, would you? Jesus Christo. Alright. Fish koi mesh is the object that I'm looking for. So I think, actually, and this might not be working because children's not being found. Set it to false, delete this. Let's see, searching children. Yeah, that should work. Collider. My collider. Let's get children by name. First child by that name. Save this on myself. Let's wipe out all my action. Build all graphs. Keeb, what are you doing to stay out of the heat today? Anything interesting? Anything fun? You don't run through the sprinklers? You going to the park? See it again. Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick. Oh, did my chat window totally break? What's going on here? Oh, charity casino night. Nice. Oh, you motherfuckers. So for some reason, actually, if this were working, they should still. Turn off. Let's look at our reflected actions. Let's output this comment. Set false. Saint false. Action. Game objects get. Children by name. Let's try this again. Get that out. Don't need children's list. Children found. Do this. That signal should pass straight through, but it's not going to work unless it finds these children. So let's put another comment. Output comment true. So painful. Mesh found. Boom. Let's see. Found. Okay. File. Save. Save. I might need more coffee to actually get this to work out for me. Let's look at our console. Trigger, 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 triggered. Okay, we've got our 4 mesh founds, which should have kicked off from what we've got going on here. What in the hell? The one thing that we did not get, though, was, it should say collider found. Right, mesh, my collider. Turn off this circ type. Indeed. So, Mr. Button. Why is this still 8.5 seconds? Save graph. So next week I might take a break and switch over to something else, which is going to be some card logic. So we'll do a 52 card deck, and then randomly draw cards from it and track which ones are still there or not in the list. What do you guys think about that? Is that interesting to you? Because I need to do it for something else, so I might as well just bring my work life into my Coffee Lacrosse life. Mesh found. Mesh found. Let's see. Whoops. It would be nice if I turned output comment to true. Yup. Yeah, that is a fun exercise. It is. Okay, now we'll do this. Okay, let's actually turn this off because that's not even important. Let's do match type. And instead of matching exactly, it includes collider, and this one will search type include that. I think I was having a interesting time with our search criteria. Maybe when these things get instant, they get different object names sometimes. Yeah, and then because I'm working on something called Golf Poker for somebody else. I'll show you this real quick. The idea being that it's a poker game that you play while you're playing live golf, so that every hole you play a poker hand. When you put in your game score or your hole score, then it will give you a certain amount of redraws based on what that score is, and also deal you a five card hand. But we'll cover that next week, and I will see if we can get this to work real quick. Collider found, mesh found, collider found, mesh found. There should be 4 of those. Why are you not? So this triggered event working means that that's correct. Setting game object to false is not working for our fish koi mesh. Fish koi mesh. Why nothing work? And in fact, that's not right. That's right. So false. Let's do this again. Save. Double check. I was setting it to true, not false. Let's do. Let's play it. Play it. Play it. Collider's working. What are the children? Samana Beach. That's working. Children found. Should be turning this off. I wonder. This. I wonder if the signal's going through too fast. So let's do this. After delay, set it false. Children found in. Like, I wonder if the signal is just blowing through there before this thing gets set. And in fact, what I can do is this, and let's kick out a, yeah, see, it says set false. So let's do this. It should say that after we get our mesh found. So, mesh found. And I think I'm going to start playing around a little bit more with sending signals to and from objects. So we're going to start treating these scripts as object scripts a little bit more. Oh. Yes, yes. I got that going. I got that going for me. Okay, let's instead of dropping in a log, I'm just going to do that. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Okay, so we know we're finding our colliders. Let's kill that comment. Delay single frame, no duration on this. Let's kick this out to one more time. Come on! Man, sorry I'm slow today. The last couple of weeks have been really slow. I blame the heat. I blame the heat. And lack of coffee. I need more coffee. More coffee. More coffee. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I know now that basically I am not turning off the mesh with this property. It should be getting its own mesh, and we should be turning it off. So let's find, see if I've got the right property. You know what? Let's do this. Let's turn off the mesh renderer on my mesh. Let's see if that works. Turning Fishcoin mesh inactive wasn't working for some reason. Maybe there's an enable. Disable? Let's look in here. I must be using the wrong property basically. No, it should have worked. Alright, this should work. Let's see this go. Son of a bitch. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Much better. Okay. So at least I know my reflected, let's see, object, let's try this. Is it game object? Object. Properties. Let's try this again. I'm a little bit stunned. Active in hierarchy. Should be able to just do. Sometimes reflected nodes don't always do what you want them to do. It's a real pain in the ass. You know, Let's try this one more time. So I didn't change these other ones. I'm going to save it and release. Sometimes runtime reflected nodes don't do exactly what you want them to do. Come on, son. And actually, children found is not getting kicked off. So I'm not finding my children. Let's do this. Let's double check that this just works off of the delay. Let's see, includes fish core mesh. I think. Okay, I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. So I'm trying to find a child, and I do need to turn on search in children to true. Let's move all this stuff over, right? Because what's going on, and I'm looking at it now, look at my hierarchy. Here's our base mesh, or sorry, our base object. The children of this object are just these three things. The model where the mesh is actually a child already. So we need to go down 2 layers. Let's do this. File. Let's save it again. Search type include fish core mesh. Okay, so it wasn't finding it. Let's do yeah, children found should trigger. We should see that in the console when we get this delay. That works. So let's build this again. Okay, I think I may have found my action. Are we all saved? Yay! Hercules! 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 There we go. Okay. So we'll find some fish. Oh, I found a fish. Found a fish. Where's this one? Where you at? Oh, there you are, son. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Alright, now we can be a little bit less annoying with our sonar blip. It's pretty obvious. Let's go to our inspector. Let's make it a lot less viewable. Play this again. And then we will have right. Next week, I'll make these look a lot more like ripples. Right, there we go. Hercules, Hercules. There's our fish. Okay. We'll tween up. We'll make their action a little bit more. More going on. More going on. Let's see how close we can get. Can I find him? Can I find him? Where you at? Where you at, son? Fish clicker heroes. You know what? That's kind of funny. We could do a fish clicker heroes where we're just you're just clicking to find fish, and he automatically fishes them out and turns them into sushi. In fact, that might be a version that we do before I get to the finish of this, because it may be a little faster at first. Okay, all right. That's it for today. We solved my clearly, obviously slow mental state, and we are We are done. Yay! I can bring 2 friends. Can I get a hug? Peace! Everybody have a great Saturday. See you next week. Hasta luego.